Back in March of this year, I received a call one day from a woman who was looking for help. Neidalyn Ulmer was recently diagnosed with Parkinson's, but she had also been suffering for years from pain caused by fibromyalgia, a disorder which causes widespread pain throughout her entire body. And that's also accompanied by fatigue and insomnia, memory loss, depression. There's no cure for fibro, and the treatments often cause additional side effects. But fortunately for Neidalyn, one of her physicians had recommended that she try CBD, which ultimately led her to me and to that Zoom call last March. So we talked about her health issues, I answered her questions about CBD, how it worked, what to expect, and I ended up recommending her own personal regimen so she could then finally begin her own CBD journey. So fast forward 7 months later, I ended up sitting down with Neidalyn and her husband Douglas to follow up on her progress. And today I wanted to share a bit of her story, a journey that really goes beyond CBD and that I hope inspires others suffering from similar circumstances.
2003, I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. Lived with chronic migraines for 30 years. And then was diagnosed with Parkinson's during the pandemic in 2020. The fibro is a constant pain. Some doctors just tell you just have to live with it. And depression and anxiety, so like I said, I've been suffering for years with it. It's gotten really bad because it's a constant worry. It's a constant worry. And unless you have a mental disorder, people don't understand. Parkinson's it's a list of things that if you really read about it, you wouldn't get up from bed. But I do. I get up and I say, today's another day.
It's very hard, like she was saying earlier. Other people can't understand the mental things that you go through. But it was just every day there was the depression, or it was the aching, or it was some, and I'm a very positive person, easygoing and everything. But I'm human too, and that can just, it's hard to deal with sometimes. And you can't yell at a person about it, right? Because, I mean, you do understand there's pain.
I am a Jane of all trades. I've worked in the medical field, I've worked in the banking field, I've worked in the school system. So I was always doing something. But the majority of my work was in banking for 30 years. A lot of things are starting to change. So since March, since I've been on disability, I can't write anymore. So I dictated it to my phone. I can't sing like I used to. I know my husband says I can't. My painting, things that I used to be able to enjoy. I can't do my hair like I used to. Just general things. Quitting work, like actually not working because of my disability, that is a letdown. Because now you go from being a really productive person to very little. They have given me just about every medication for depression, anxiety, GERD, insomnia, everything. Medications just take care of the symptoms. And then they give you more side effects.
Right.
Anything that the APDA has available, resource-wise, I join it. They have a lot of educational materials on the sites where you have a lot of webinars where they talk to you about all that entails the Parkinson's. And you get educated. Support groups. I have them every Monday, support group. If I didn't have that support group, I wouldn't be getting up from bed. The support group has all these tools to help us deal with everyday life and everyday situations. That keeps me going. I mean, you have to have that personal interaction every day with people, because if not, especially when you're dealing with depression, that's when you fall into a hole. Who wants to just get up in the morning and not do anything?
Right.
You want to be productive in life. So that's why I keep myself busy with my diamond paintings. I have the ability to do stuff with my right hand, so I want to keep that right hand as steady as I can for the longest time as I can. There's always something that we can find to make it better. And if we can't, I need to learn to accept me how I am today. Let's not focus on what I was. My husband, because he does everything. I mean, I don't cook. He cooks. The days that I don't want to get up, like literally just crumble, he picks me up. My friend Doris, because at the drop of the hat, that woman, since I moved here in 2010, she's just been really good to me. When you have that kind of support, it means a lot. My faith, if it wasn't for my faith, I would not get up. I tell people, you see this? And I'm picking myself up, and they're like, what does that mean? I says, that's the Lord carrying me, because it ain't me. I was very hesitant about CBD. You hear all these stories, and I just didn't want to get the wrong thing into my body. I hesitated for many years. I mean, literally, I've been told about CBD for a while. And of course, a really good friend of mine recommended me to you. And I made that phone call, and you responded right away. And what I loved about you was you spent 2 hours with me on Zoom. The fact that you spent 2 hours and you weren't hurrying me off of the computer, and that you educated me, and that you sent me all the information prior to our Zoom call was a big, I was really impressed. Right from the beginning, you were just, really straight. And I said, okay, well, I need to go to the store.
And it took about a month to convince her of it. I believe that's when she got a hold of you. I remember the ride home from the store. She did one of those gummies. And I was like, thank God. I mean, everything I said, she goes, yeah. And it was like, I met her all over again. But if there's anybody watching, you're having troubles like I had with dealing with stress and depression and pain and everything. And I'm not trying to sound like a commercial. Right. Try the CBDs. Right.
Warmed up, and then we ran around like an obstacle course. Mm-hmm. Well, the gentleman behind me, I guess I didn't know that he wanted to go around me. I found that out later, a couple of days later. But anyways, he ran over me and landed on my left foot. And then at night when I got home, I started to feel the pain. I was like, oh, that really hurts. So I used the CBD lotion, and it still today, it doesn't hurt. I get up in the morning and I take the black pepper turmeric tincture. Amazing difference in the stiffness. I mean, I had used it probably about a week late. That's when I realized, okay, this is working, because you got to give it some time to really kick in. You can't just expect it to work the next day immediately. Right. But the fact that I was able to put my feet on the ground and get up from my bed without stiffness, that was it. That convinced me. Listen to your body. Listen to your body, because your body is not lying. For many years, I had all these things that were going on, and doctors were trying to figure out the puzzle. And all along, I know that most of it was Parkinson's. I didn't give up. I mean, I just kept going to doctors. I didn't care. And I know it might sound silly, but I didn't care how many times I had to go and how big the file was. If there's anything that I can recommend people is, first of all, don't go by what other people say. Educate yourself. Don't go to any CBD store, please, and just pick up whatever and go home and think it's going to work, because that's not the way it happens. Educate yourself. CBD Haven is my best place.
Nice plug.
No, I'm just saying. I appreciate you. Like I said, you know, you are a person who looks out for the interests of the people that are ill, and that to me means a lot. You're not looking to make the money. You're looking to help that person in pain, obviously because you've also been in pain before. But that to me means the world. And if I can tell people, it's all about, you know, getting somebody to personalize whatever condition you have, to take whatever tincture works for you, do it, because it helps.
Well, I'm so weary and tired of this road life. Well, all these honky-tonks and dives have left me numb. And I swear when I get home this time I'll stay. 'Cause you're the only song I want to play. Well, I'm remembering when we met, I was a mess, love. Still you loved me through those crazy times and blues. And you always stayed right close by my side, love. As constant as the stars, the sun and moon. Oh,